Good morning, everybody. It's the boss lady here, coming to you from my vehicle. It's Sunday. I'm actually getting ready to run some errands, and I just kind of wanted to vlog a little bit. I think Boss Man wanted to go with me, but I'm like, I need to vlog. So after the videos that I recorded yesterday, you know, and just kind of just looking at stuff and thinking about stuff and the news, I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, talk through my thought process a little more. You know how you have like a death in the family and you kind of go into mourning? Well, not kind of, but you go into mourning, you start grieving. I think that's where I'm at. I mean, yeah, I'm angry. I'm definitely angry, but I'm also kind of grieving a few things after this past week. And I think I'm going to take a little sabbatical. I think I got enough videos to get you through this week. You know, a couple videos to post. I got about, I don't know, as of the recording of this one, I have this one and 2 more before this one. And so I think I'm going to take a break from recording, you know, just for a couple of days, just to get my mind right, you know. Like, I didn't feel this way after the election. Y'all know I don't talk politics. But I didn't feel this way after the election because the handwriting was on the wall. Prior to the election, like all last year, even before, you know, there was rumors of this plan, something 2025, right? That was going to be in place if he took office. And you know, people, oh, that's not true. Oh, that's just, you know, rumors. And yeah, just rumors. A lot of whatever was on that list. And I didn't read the whole list because it was just too much for me. But I just felt like I'm over it. Like, and I don't know, I think I'm grieving more so because of my kids, my parents. There was something that came out the other day about prescription drugs for those who are on Medicare. Well, you know, my parents are in that age. You know what I mean? One of the reasons why I was wanting to look for another job is because my parents are elders. My parents are on Medicare. They do receive, you know, Social Security outside of their pensions and things like that. And I'm just like, you know, my parents are on a fixed income. And if they need something like their prescriptions, I want to be in the predicament to be like, I got it. You know what I mean? Not, well, let me move this around and let me rob Peter to pay Paul so then I can squeeze from Paulina and, you know. Yeah. So, you know, and I grieve for my kids, more so my grandson. My grandson is oblivious, I believe, to what's going on. I know his mom is staying up to date on things, but even for her, like, life is hard. And yeah, it is. So you figure if life is already hard, right? And then you couple in all this other extra nonsense, it's like, what do you do besides pray? You know? And then, of course, you have some elders who will say, you know, pray and don't worry. And if you're going to worry, don't pray. Yes, pray. But I'm sorry, I still have a little bit of worry. You know, when I tell you I'm leaning on the everlasting Father right now, because I'm just like, what are we to do? You know, like the job that I have, yes, it's quote unquote secure, but to a fault, because I just found out that the district, once again, has a deficit. So they got to figure out how to cut corners and this and that. So the more they cut, the more gets put on my plate to get paid the pennies I get paid. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, skip that, you know. So when I tell you I am stressed, I'm stressed beyond measure, because I'm like, you know, I'm getting ready to go into this meeting this week, and, you know, I don't want to say, hey, it was a joke, I don't plan to leave. But the reality of it is, I may not be able to leave. And that I doubt my skills, you know, and what God has for me, it is for me. I know this. I just think about the other politics behind it. You know what I mean? So I am beyond stressed right now. And I think I need to take a step back. I need to sit down for a minute, you know, and really get myself together, because, like, seriously. And, you know, I was going to log into church today. And as soon as I went to go to the screen, all I saw was just like elders and you know, and I don't know, I got depressed. And I was like, you know, I don't, you know, and I think about my daughter going to college, and yeah, you know, I want her to get an education, because education, they can't take that from you. You know what I mean? They can't take it. But, you know, I don't want her to be so far in debt just to be an educated black woman and not be able to have no job. Like, do I work in the field that I went to school for? No. You know what I mean? Not once but twice, no. Even though my second, you know, round or whatever, it helps me in the job that I'm in, but it's not the actual job itself. So, you know, and then you got all these people, you know, hooping and hollering about the DEI. I get it. And for those who don't know, I live in Minnesota. I live in the state that George Floyd was killed in. Let's just be clear. I live in a state where the unrest was, okay? Where stores and people who worked hard could not even rebuild, okay? I live here. And a lot of the DEI stuff came into play after he was killed. But here's the thing. People were still shopping at Target, at Sam's Club, at Walmart, you know, Amazon. They were still shopping at all these places even before DEI was a thing. I remember when I worked at the county, and at first it was like, you know, you have to do like so many trainings a year. Some are mandatory, some are not. So like when diversity training first came about, it wasn't mandatory. Then about a year later, mandatory, you gotta do 2 hours of diversity training. The next year, 4 hours of diversity training. The next year, 8 hours of diversity training. The next year, 3. You know what I mean? It was like boom, boom. It was already in design, is what I'm trying to tell you. Just like, hear me clear, and I'm not a conspiracist. You know, that's my husband. But hear me clear, when I was working for the county, they were already preparing for the pandemic. The work from home model. Remote work. Of course, they called it something else. Well, you know, in case of, you know, this and that and whatever, blah, blah, blah. The heck? Just like when the 35W bridge fell and collapsed and people died. They already had people, responders, and they had that stuff already. It was set up by design. Not so much the bridge falling, but they had everything in place so they knew how to go and rescue and have all these different services. And come on now, let's wake up. Let's wake up. It's time to wake up. And if you're so far up the the ladder, the income bracket ladder, that, oh, it's not a big deal to you, keep living. Keep living. Because there will come a time where something may happen, and what if you don't have that income no more? You know what I'm saying? What if your partner falls sick and you just a stay-at-home whatever? You know what I mean? Come on now. I'm just saying. So, because I don't want to bring my channel all the way down, because I'm there, you know, I'm going to take a break for a few days. I'm going to get my mind right. You know, I might record on days I'm feeling good, you know, but this will be my last video for the week. And then we'll hit it strong the following week. I can't promise you it's going to be a haul video and none of that, but I'm just saying, you know, we do need to wake up. And I'm not saying you got to be all political. I'm not saying you got to be all spiritual, but you need to be paying attention and watching and seeing. And here's the thing. I know, like, back when I worked for the county, they, you know, people would get mad at me because I would shop at Walmart. Oh, they're anti-union. Walmart has the best deal for my family. I'm sorry. They just do. You know, oh, well, that means you're agreeing to the BS. No, it means that I only have a certain amount of money, and that amount of money has to stretch. So with that money stretching, I'm going to Walmart to shop for my family. Bottom line. You know, people, they're up in arms about Target and wondering about Tabitha Brown and what she's going to say, and if she's going to take her stuff out of Target and what she's going to do. And Tabitha Brown is rich. She rich off of everybody running, going and grab her stuff. Now, I got her stuff from clearance, I'm just saying. But I'm just, you know what I mean? Come on now. Wake up, people. Wake up. Like, seriously. Everybody's about the sororities and fraternities and this and that. Okay, I want the sororities and fraternities. I want the HBCUs. Build back up a Black Wall Street for us. Okay? Get some black businesses so I don't have to frequent this Italian restaurant. I can go to a black-owned restaurant. I'm just saying. So, and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but y'all, I don't know. I feel like this is worse than the Reagan era. This is worse than the Bush era. And this is only, what, week 2? Child, please. And we got 4 years to go. Honey, honey, honey. I tell you this here. If you're not a couponer, you need to start. If you're not a stockpiler, you need to start. If you don't have any savings, you need to start. Buying all this frivolous stuff and whatever. I mean, you do what you want. You know, if you're backed by military funds and you can just go and get your little discounts and stuff, do what you do. But I guarantee you, me, I'm going to do what I got to do for this household. Because if I have to stick and stay where I'm at, oh, there's going to be a change. Seriously. Like, for real, for real. So, that's all I got to say. Y'all have a great day. Be blessed. Hey everybody, I must be really not feeling the greatest. I'm just going to attach this to the last video, the one where I said I'm taking a break, because technically I am. I did not go to work today. Literally, I am on my way to go pick up my kid from school. Yeah, I took a mental health day. And honestly, like, my stomach, you know, like when I recorded that video, the other part of this video, and I was saying I need to take a break, you know, not just, but it was like whole social media, everything. And even when I went to my doctor today, because I had to go to the doctor today, he's referring me to an ortho. Yeah, all that jazz. But yeah, I don't feel good. Like, my stomach has been just nasty. Just like, oh. So I'm just pulling up, waiting for Miss Peanut. But I don't feel good at all. And I just need, like, seriously, I had to take a break from social media. You know, I mean, people are, these are stores you can shop at because these are stores that are for us. And, you know, I don't want to hear it anymore. And then I spoke to a lady today. I don't know if she's for the administration or not, but she's for any money or discounts or returns or something she can get from the new administration. I'm just like, lady. And I don't know what her husband does. He does something that's very top dollar, because, yeah, but we were talking, and she just kind of, you know, irritated my soul. And I'm just like, you know what? I cannot. I cannot right now. I cannot. I'm just like, are you serious? Anyway, because when she was, yeah, and we're gonna hopefully get a discount on our property tax, and I'm like, all the devastation that's going on in the world, and when it comes to insurance and all, insurance is about to go through the flipping roof. But whatever. So yeah, I'm just kind of like over it. And then I've been sitting here thinking like, okay, what's really going on with a lot of different things? It's just not feasible. You know, I got this baby graduating, and I'm like trying to decide, you know, and it's not even a spirit of fear. It's a thing of, let me get my stuff like 100% in order. Like, you know, I don't want to talk about it. I want to be about it. And that's where I'm at. Here come my beautiful singer. Okay, what I was trying to say yesterday, in the last clip, you know, I was thinking about my baby, and just thinking about school and everything, and I don't know, something was in my spirit yesterday, because when I woke up today and I got all these messages in reference to different stuff that was happening. Y'all, when I tell you, I must have walked out of my office for something. I came back in, and my baby was like, Mom. And I'm like, yeah, I need you to contact my school. Why? I need you to contact financial aid right now. I'm like, okay. Because she was very upset. You know, Miss Pena does have the news. She's old enough to read the news. So she has the news on her phone, and, you know, she had got a news alert about another decision, executive order or whatever being done. And so, you know, and for hours, we didn't know, okay, is this just certain things? You know, I called the school. The school's like, as of right now, we have no information. And when I tell you, that school was like, we are talking to our higher ups, who also has connections to DC, and talking to the Department of Education out there. Y'all, my head hurts. My head hurts. To just be told by someone else, there's nothing you can do, so I don't know why you're stressing. Listen here, white man. Yep, he was white. That's why I need to take a break. I need to take a break. I'm like, whoo. Because that right there, that's when you just know that a person, one, makes entirely too much money, that it doesn't scathe them. Two, regardless of working with people of color, they don't know our struggle. I'm sorry, but that ticked me off. Like, I'm on 10,000. I said, you know, this executive order or this pause or whatever, this doesn't just affect my child. This also affects my parents. Medicare, Medicaid, whatever. Come on now. My parents are in that age bracket. Social Security. Y'all, and you know I still have family members dealing with some health issues. And I said members, not member, members. Listen. I'm overly done with, if I get another email alert. I had so many alerts on my phone, I wouldn't even read them. I just kept deleting them. Every time it would say the president's name, I delete, delete, delete. Executive order, delete. This just in, delete. Like, I had to literally excuse myself. And then, okay, once again, my daughter is an adult, okay? And she is all into, I won't say she's all into politics, but she's into the news as far as what's going on. Because she's not being oblivious. Like, them little kids at the school, they just doing whatever, fighting over something, stupid. My child is like, my future's at stake here. Let me tune in, right? And I told her, I said, now listen. I said, I don't know which way your daddy thinking or whatever. Look, don't let your daddy say anything to ruffle your feathers. And she was like, I am not going to deal with that. I said, then I suggest that you pack up whatever you got, your iPad, your backpack, your whatever, go to your room. Just go to your room, because I need peace and I don't want no arguing or whatever. And the reason why I say is because my husband will, almost like that man, but will say something and it will rile her feathers up, But he does it just to see if she can stand her ground, and stand 10 toes down on what she's thinking. But like, when I tell you she was beyond upset, like she was getting ready to have a meltdown. Like, I had went to her counselors like, do you guys know what's going on, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it took hours before finally USA Today, they said that the federal Pell Grants and stuff is not part of this pause, but it's on the list. What? Ooh, Jesus. And then, you got these holier than thou privileged folks. Wow, you should have prepared, and you should have, you know what? Listen, let me tell you something. If I made your kind of money, then yeah, it wouldn't be no problem. But I don't make your kind of money. I make my kind of money. And therefore, my child is eligible for the Pell Grant, and I want her to receive her free money. Shoot. Child, give me started. Oh, Lord. My God. I got how many more days to this meeting? And honestly, I think when I go into the meeting, I think I'm just going to say, as of right now today, I have not found suitable employment, so I'm not putting in my notice. When I do find suitable employment, I will give you a 2-week notice, maybe 3-week notice, and move on from there. But other than that, So, and that be that. But y'all, oh my gosh. Just so not into this administration right now. I just need to breathe. And I just kept telling the baby, I said, don't worry, mama, we didn't get this far for you not to go. So if that means I got to work at the school plus a second job, you gonna go, you gonna get your education. It is what it is. So Mm-mm-mm. Then I was asked, was she going to take a gap year? I was like, what? A gap year? Why would she take a gap year? Like, what gave you the indication that she need a gap year? She ready to be done with high school. She ready to go to college. I'm like, no, she starts in August. Hello. We got her date. I mean, her deposit's already paid. Her stuff is already ordered and ready for her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. Child. People getting on my nerves. Oh. Now I'm going to end the video. So, you guys be great. I'll see y'all over the weekend. Bye.